Medieval tournaments were grand events that emerged around the 11th century and became highly popular between the 12th and 15th centuries throughout Europe. These gatherings weren't just about combat but also served as opportunities for knights to display their skills, gain prestige, and entertain both nobles and commoners. Over time, tournaments evolved significantly, shifting from chaotic battles to more refined competitions that emphasized chivalry and spectacle. In their early stages, tournaments took the form of large-scale mock battles called mêlées. These were unruly clashes between two groups of knights, often staged in open fields, where the main objective was to capture opponents and their horses. Winning in these mêlées could bring wealth and fame, as knights earned rewards through ransom or plunder. However, the mêlées were brutal, and injuries or deaths were common, leading to efforts over time to make tournaments safer and more regulated. During the 13th century, a new type of competition became central to tournaments: the joust. Unlike the mêlée, which involved groups, the joust was a one-on-one contest. Knights would ride at each other on horseback, aiming to unseat their opponent with lances. Points were awarded based on where the lance hit, higher points were given for strikes to the head or chest. The goal was either to break the lance or knock the opponent off his horse, creating thrilling displays of skill and strength. As tournaments became more formalized, they also grew into elaborate festivals that included other competitions, such as archery and sword fighting. Beyond combat, there were grand parades where knights displayed their armor and banners, and the events often ended with banquets and dances. Knights would sometimes dedicate their performance to a noble lady, reinforcing the ideals of courtly love that were deeply intertwined with the chivalric code. Tournaments were more than just athletic contests. They were reflections of medieval society's values. Knights were expected to embody chivalry, bravery, honor, and loyalty, and their participation in tournaments was a way to demonstrate these qualities publicly. Winning a tournament could boost a knight's reputation, earn valuable prizes like horses and armor, and sometimes even secure political or romantic connections. Successful knights might attract the attention of wealthy patrons or noblewomen, further enhancing their status. On a broader scale, tournaments also played a role in diplomacy. Nobles used these events to forge alliances, negotiate marriages, and strengthen political ties. For commoners, tournaments offered entertainment, transforming them into lively festivals where people from all social classes gathered to witness the spectacle. Despite their popularity, tournaments began to decline in importance toward the late 15th and 16th centuries. Several factors contributed to this shift. One key reason was the changing nature of warfare. New military technologies, particularly firearms, made the knight's traditional skills less relevant on the battlefield. Social and cultural trends also evolved, with the Renaissance placing more emphasis on intellectual pursuits and the arts rather than martial prowess. Although some monarchs, like Henry VIII of England, continued to support tournaments, they increasingly became ceremonial displays rather than practical competitions. Moreover, accidents during tournaments, such as the fatal injury of King Henry II of France in a jousting match in 1559, raised concerns about their safety, leading to stricter regulations and a gradual decline. Even after they faded from everyday life, tournaments left a lasting impact on Western culture. The ideals of chivalry and knightly honor lived on in literature, art, and even sports. Today, reenactments of medieval tournaments, complete with jousting, are popular attractions at historical festivals, keeping the spirit of these grand events alive for modern audiences. In summary, medieval tournaments were far more than just martial competitions. They were vibrant social and political events that embodied the values and dynamics of the medieval world. From their violent beginnings to their evolution into polished spectacles of chivalry, tournaments played a central role in the life of knights and nobles, leaving behind a legacy that continues to capture the imagination.